Confession. Wow, this was so well done. I really liked this a lot. I love the use of the spotlights. This made me feel like it's a theatrical production, but also really worked for me for a short film, and I thought it was really unique. A short film format type of way to do this and way to express instead of being in a room like a therapist would be. I don't know. It made me feel like I was just in his head in a way. I really like that a lot. Really good acting. I believed everything. It was so well done, and the writing was so good. I love the line, "Coffee so strong, it'll leave a stain on your conscience," and shoveling coal into a runaway locomotive. The writing here was very smart, intelligent, funny, sad. All the feels here. I think most of us can probably relate to this. Just very well done and very well written. And I think, him kind of breaking and just saying it's your parents' fault, because we all want to say it's our parents' fault, I think, and not have the accountability. But yeah, the message was great. I think it's just perfect. I thought it was perfect length. It was well shot, well fleshed out. I just had a really, I just went along with it, and I thought it was just so good. And honestly, it's almost like a monologue, but it's not. It's almost like a one-man show, but it's the characters in his head and that he's talking about. And I just thought everybody's acting was superb, and it was emotional, and it made you think. So really well done and creative, and I enjoyed it a lot. So great job.
This film, Confession, was really, really powerful. It showed how someone can be so determined to not end up like their parents and not let their childhood affect their future, but it's inescapable sometimes. I loved how simple it was, no unnecessary scenes or sounds, just a guy talking, and his passion was so committed. It was great, really great. I love that by the end he gets so much louder and more crazy, and you see the elements of both his father peeking through, and that he didn't think that he would follow him just because he's a therapist. And even in his patients, he was seeing elements of his parents. I think overall it was a really cool idea, and it was executed really well.
Confession. I really liked the story of this. I thought that the story was very relatable, and what our main character was doing with a lot of the monologue was really great. I liked the different camera angles on him, giving some of the intimacy of that extreme close-up and getting a profile shot. I really thought that the filmmakers were very creative there. The choice to do vignettes I thought was really interesting, but I think for me, I would have liked to have seen more of the other actors, because it kind of just looked like a floating head and torso. That just struck me as a little bit odd, but the rest of it, I thought that they did a good job.
In this film, Confession, we are met with a character. This is a monologue. The lights are dim. It's as if we are having our full focus on the vignette of this man sharing this story with us. And so, in a sense, he shares his story of the steps that it took for him to inspire to become a therapist himself, deriving from seeing his parents fight before him and the trauma that occurs from that incident, so to speak. And essentially this builds into a grander scheme of things, of wanting to help people and be a helper and help people overcome a certain stage of issues, get that sense of praise that they had fixed or and had found a resolution to the error of the ways. And in a sense, there's this sense of bitterment as well when it comes to the root of the cause, which is his family. And even though it had inspired him to become a helper in the first place, it's as if there's a sense of resentment that comes with that as well. This really nice place of duality, of helping people, but at what cost? And so you try to let loose and to have a drink with your friends, people who just get it, people who just relate to you, and see people judge you because of what you have gone through, to just be able to just have a few drinks and like let loose. I think there are a lot of elements here that people can relate to in a sense. And it's always a nice perspective to show that therapists need therapists too. People that talk to people on a daily basis also need to be asked how they are as well. And I think there's just a lot of really nice dynamic layers that the filmmaker decided to play with when it came to this monologue, and they did it well.